Oh, there's no doubt that the United States is seeking to break up whatever coalition, alliance, whatever you want to call it, that Russia had assembled in support. Look, Russia knew that this was coming. None of what's happening right now is taking Russia by surprise. None of it. To include the U.S. going to Venezuela. I can guarantee you that Russian diplomats have been in lengthy conversations with their Venezuelan colleagues about, what the U.S. was planning to do, what the U.S. has done, and what the U.S. is going to do in the future. The United States is about to find out that the Russians are far better prepared for what's getting ready to happen than the United States and Europe. The United States and Europe have used the sanctions weapon, far too freely, and they've picked the wrong nation to sanction harshly. Russia is, I believe, on the verge of announcing some major counterattacks, up to and including the absolute decoupling of Russia from the West. The West believes that Russia will suffer because Russia wants to be a part of the West, and therefore removing Russia from that which defines the West will harm Russia. Sure, Russia's going to pay a price in the short term, but in the long term, we're going to be looking at a strategic Russian pivot toward China, Eurasia, the development of a trans-Eurasian market where Russian energy will feature prominently. And you're seeing that other parts of the world, for instance, Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, and I'm betting you not even Venezuela in a major way, are willing to step up and increase oil production for the benefit of the United States. Venezuela may well sell oil because its economy is in tatters, but the likelihood of the United States, for instance, getting Venezuela to walk away from Russia, one of the nations that stood up for Venezuela at a time when the United States was seeking to strangle it to death, and go back to the United States, which has not changed its fundamental opposition to the Maduro regime. The likelihood of that happening is zero.